The High Court judge who pulled up the central government and the Delhi police for not doing enough about the Delhi riots has been transferred. Justice S. Muralidhar, who yesterday pulled up the Delhi police for not filing FIRs against BJP leaders Kapil Mishra and Anurag Thakur, today has been given his transfer orders by the government, and that case has been handed over to somebody else. Now, in order to fully understand the story, we need to look at this in three pockets. One, the judge himself. Two, the case in question. And three, the rules about transferring judges in India. Let's take a look at this case specifically. Now, this was a case that was filed before the Delhi High Court by human rights activist Harsh Mandar. Harsh Mandar basically suggested that there were politicians who were making inflammatory speeches that have led to the Delhi riots, and FIR should be filed against them. Now, this specifically mentioned four politicians, including Anurag Thakur, who's the junior minister for finance under Nirmala Sitharaman, and of course the second was Kapil Mishra of the BJP. The judge was scathing yesterday. Justice Muralidhar was scathing on the Delhi police, where he demanded why they were dragging their feet and why these FIRs were not filed. And he also said very clearly that we cannot afford to have another 1984 riots-like situation in Delhi, and the Delhi police must take action immediately. Now, the judge's comments were widely reported across the country, and that's how it came into focus. Post his transfer this morning, new judges have been appointed on the bench. They have heard the Delhi police make the argument that the situation is too sensitive to file these FIRs against these politicians, and they've given the government 4 weeks until the 13th of April to respond to the matter, and adjourned the matter until the 13th of April. Now, let's take a look at the judge in question, Justice Muralidhar. Justice Muralidhar is known for being tough on politicians. Now, one of the last biggest cases that he gave his judgment on was the 1984 anti-Sikh riots, where he sent a very powerful politician, Sajjan Kumar of the Congress, to jail for a very, very long time. So he doesn't mince words, and he's not afraid of speaking up to powerful politicians. Now, Justice Muralidhar has been given a transfer order without an exact time frame on it, and he came in today to the court to say effectively that he will not be hearing any more cases. The interesting part about it is his transfer was recommended 2 weeks ago, and the entire Bar Association, which is an association of lawyers at the Delhi High Court, actually went on strike for a day and wrote a very strong worded letter saying that when honest judges like Justice Muralidhar are transferred in this fashion, it sends a very bad message. Let's take a look at why this is a story at this point. Did it happen because of what he was saying in court on this particular day of this particular case? Was there something more to it? Well, these are what the rules say. In order to transfer a judge of a high court, the recommendation needs to come from the Chief Justice of India. In this case, Chief Justice Bobde needs to make a recommendation to the government saying this is the judge that we want to transfer. He needs to consult one other judge in the Supreme Court, and he needs to consult the Chief Justices of the First Court and the court that will receive the transfer. Once he actually makes this recommendation, it goes to the Prime Minister and the Law Minister, and then finally goes to the President. But when this recommendation was actually finally made 2 weeks ago, like I told you, the Bar Association was very upset because they saw this as a tough and a honest judge, and that, they said, means a great deal to common litigants, ordinary people like you and I who might go to the court for justice. The second point is that the actual transfer orders did not come with a date on it, and normally judges are given a reasonable amount of time to assume office in the next court. In this case, it was interesting that the judge actually just stopped hearing cases the next day. There have been several comments from experts who have said that the government is almost brazen right now in its manner of shutting down cases or moving out judges. There was also a case in Chennai where a senior judge in Chennai was given a transfer order to a court that she didn't want to take, and she resigned after that because the transfer was not reconsidered. It brings into question perhaps how independent our judiciary can truly be if judges have to worry about being transferred when they give judgments, specifically considering the fact that in most of our high courts, it's normally the state government who's a litigant or the police who is a litigant, or in the high court where you're actually examining matters where the governments and the police and government agencies are actually a party. Can the judiciary truly be independent in these cases?